All right, bro.
Alright.
Man, how's everything with you, bro?
Yeah, good. Just blessed, man, blessed.
Nice, man. You said you just woke up. You woke up at 3 in the morning just to go to work, huh?
Yeah. Just start my day off. Finish the six day. Work 6 days. So, I had to get it in and start my day off early though. So, that's
Yeah,
what it
that's
take,
good.
man.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, before we get started, man, I just want to just go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit about yourself. How old you are, man, and where you come from.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm Alonzo Abdullah, aka Alonzo the Artist. I do music and all that. Me and you
Yeah,
go way back. Went to high school at Sarah. So and
Sarah High School, bro.
I grew up. South Central LA. I'm 23 right now. So that's just what it is. So.
That's good, man. And honestly, bro, I appreciate you, taking the time to get on here and,
Mm-hmm.
chop it up. Basically, it's been a long time since we talked or even like had a little discussion face to face or
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
Zoom, what you have. You know what I mean?
yeah. Most definitely.
But I'm very grateful to, to be able to rekindle and go ahead and talk to you again, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, bro, I really adore you as a person, my G, because like, not only were you someone like really good at football that I
Mm-hmm.
looked up to, but you're someone that I really looked up to as sort of a role model in the way I should be treating other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're somebody basically like I'm always seeing you on your Snapchats or on Instagram. You're hanging out with your youngins. You're always kicking it
Mm-hmm.
with your little ones. Man, like I mean, obviously family is a big important part of your life, right?
Yeah, most definitely, It's
Yeah, bro.
everything.
Yeah, man. How does it feel to be like such a big role model for for the young ones in your life? Are those are your little cousins, your little brothers?
Them my nephews,
Nephews, nephews.
so I raised them practically, and they shooting past me, so they getting bigger and bigger by the day. But I mean, just to be an impact just on the youth is important because the youth is the future. So if you
Right.
don't take care of the youth, man, you just letting go of the future, and you can't have that. So it's always important to reach one, teach one. So
Exactly.
and just like my uncle did me. He taught me everything, RP, Kerry Davis, CD, CD forever. But, I just try to like give out game in as many ways as I can, like, to anybody who want to listen or, if you need anything, shit, I try to help as many ways as I can, so that's just in my heart and that's just how I was raised, so just growing up, as we in high school, I just try to make, everybody laugh, so
Exactly, man.
yeah,
And back in high school, bro, like you were literally the only dude like that was real cool with me in upper class. Like,
yeah,
no bullshit.
yeah,
You was always telling me, yo, keep your head up. Don't worry about the hey. You little, but you got heart.
yeah,
Even in the locker, bro. I remember there was a couple times, man, where like I think I got to my maximum reps on like the littlest weight on the bench, and
mm-hmm,
I hit 5 one day, and you just pumped me up, bro. Like
mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, dog. Like I don't know how you get the energy. Where does the energy come from, G?
Man, just God, I ain't gonna lie to you, I just be praying like, every day, just God just bless me with the, everything that I've been through and I still got the spirit to be uplifting people. That's just a blessing, bro. So,
Right.
I just give all glory to God, bro, for real.
Man, that's good, bro. Not a lot of people have God in their lives like that, bro. I mean,
Mm-hmm,
personally, I don't. I mean, I'm getting closer to God, but I mean,
mm-hmm.
you seem like you've had God throughout. You never lost sight of that dude, man.
Yeah,
And
can't lose
G,
sight of that, man, for real.
so I mean, tell me a little bit after high school, bro. What was happening after high school? I never really got to talk to you, especially after you graduated.
Oh, yeah, well, life happens, life happens for
Yeah,
real. So, after high school, got out of high school, still trying to figure out what I want to do, so, got hoop dreams, I'm still trying to make it happen in football. So I went to El Camino, try to make it happen,
yeah,
did a year there in a semester. And then, I figured out in my life that, football sometimes it don't work out for everybody. Obviously,
yeah.
and some make it to the league, some don't, some get injured and all that. And I've been got injured before, so that's at serious. So I was just 1 year on varsity and it was a good year for me. So but I had like D2 offers, but you know, that wasn't like, I wasn't trying to do that. You know, that wasn't the way to go. So I might as well, I just said I might as well just go JUCO and then see what I can pick up from there. And, you know, I just, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I just lost the, you know, the love for the sport because I've been doing it like for so long and all that, you know, putting blood, sweat, and tears in it. And so I just was like, you know what? Let me just follow my real true passion, my real love, which is music. I've been writing music since I was 12, you know, so been doing that since a youngin'. So I was like, you know what, let me just, you know, drop this and go ahead and pursue what I really wanted to do, and that's what it was.
Yeah, man. Hey, so you've been writing basically since you was 12. Like, what kind of music was you writing?
Oh man, you know, hey man, I still remember. I was thinking the other day, you know, my first rhyme was like it was something like drop you like a bag of sand, you don't understand I'm the man or something like that. So I was writing something like that. Yeah. Just trying to rhyme, make some, you know, make sense, you know, nothing too serious.
Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, and you still getting at it, bro. I mean, that's good.
Most definitely,
I
most
mean,
definitely.
and I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It sucks. I mean, like once football was basically a part of you. You mean, when did you start playing football?
Man, I started playing football when I was a young kid. You know, I joined the Inglewood Jets, you know, at the park. So, you know, yeah. So, you know, and I don't even think they the Inglewood Jets no more, but yeah, that's where I started. And then, you know, my uncle put me in it. You know, he seen me grow and seen my size and all that. And you know, I did that for a year, and then I ended up like dropping the sport because my grandpa he didn't want me to do it, you know. So I ended up
Yeah,
dropping that, you know, for a minute. RP my grandpa, and you know, when I got to Sarah, you know, because before I got to Sarah, I went to a school called St. Eugene. That's where I met up like with all the homies and stuff, and we was playing flag, so they didn't have like contact. So we was playing flag, and you know, we was doing our thing. And then when we got to Sarah, you know, it was either you was, you know, with football or you wasn't. So
right.
yeah, so that was the whole game. Like the whole freshman class was, you know, Sarah football. So I was like, man, I might as well pick the sport back up, you know, and see what I can do. And that's where it was.
And you did good, bro. You really, yeah, you balled out. I'm not even on the front. You really did your thing.
Thank you,
You
bro.
did your
Thank you,
thing,
bro.
bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man, but I totally understand that what you said about like having to let go of football, bro. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
personally, I had to do that during high school because I knew that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't what I was gonna do.
Yeah, right.
Both of us played our whole lives.
Yeah.
I could definitely connect on that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough feeling, bro. But I mean, it's kind of it's liberating in such because you're kind of like you're able to say I'm able to just let this chapter of my life go and
Mm-hmm.
we got to move on to things that we got to worry about.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure that one out, but obviously I don't know if you're figuring that out too, bro. But that's the beauty of life is that it's unpredictable.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, you know, man, you could be going through life and everything love you, then all of a sudden something come out of left field, then you got to deal with it. You know,
Right.
especially as a man, you know, and as a woman too. So, you know, everybody got to deal with what they got to deal with, and you got different strokes in life. You know.
Exactly. But you give me like I said, bro. Like you got the energy, just like that. You got that Hakuna Matata energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Most definitely, big cool title. You know.
Damn, but dude, I remember on the football field, bro. I heard that there was one game where, yeah, you played down JV with us, and he was
Mm-hmm.
just like, "You blocking?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
blocking?"
yeah,
Like, bro, he
yeah,
was
yeah,
turning the whole lineman up, bro. I was like, dude, this dude is sick. Like, man,
yeah.
honestly, bro, you was a real big role model, bro, and I appreciate that I had someone like you to at least watch over me and guide me through this.
Yeah. Most definitely. You
You're a
know.
big ass dude. You're like you're the gentle giant, bro, and I appreciate that shit, G.
Man, you got to, bro, and you know for
Man,
sure, you man, you was always, a good kid, and you was talented, doing your thing. And, I always looked to you as, one of them ones, though, like he was gonna be something, whether it was football or whatever you wanted to do, because you just had that spirit on you. So,
I appreciate that, G.
always, knew, and especially, talented. You played the instrument, so I'm
I tried.
music and all that. So I always relate to that. Anybody who is talented. So yeah, most
Yeah, bro.
definitely.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, yeah, man. It's a good thing to be able to connect on different shit. Football, music, and
Hmm.
I appreciate you. You having that view on me, bro. It's
Hmm.
humbling. It's really humbling.
Yeah.
Now, like, you know, you're a very positive person, but, you know, obviously, you know, especially people our age, you know, going through that transition, you know, from high school into the real world. I'm pretty sure you got days where you're just like, shit, goddamn.
Yeah.
How do you cope with that shit, G?
Man, I just got up out of some crazy stuff myself, just a year just being, with somebody that's, we ain't gonna speak on that, but it was just some toxicity going on, and I had to really like refocus on myself, and then get myself back right. Cause if you let the wrong person in your life, they can really mess you up, especially like mentally, your spirit, anything, all that can get affected for real. So, you might as well, especially, make sure that, you got the right one in your life, and I know you got the right one in your life because that's all you talk about is the wifey. So you doing something right. You doing something right, but you just gotta you just gotta make sure that people is got the right intentions because just like I was telling the bro one time, I was like, man, we gotta watch it because we good people. He'll give the shirt off his back, and just like myself, if you needed it. So, people like that, sometimes, people, they see people like that and try to, take advantage of them, and they have hidden agendas, so you got to watch people like that, so, just got to stay prayed up and, read people. So that's all I got to say.
And it's difficult doing that, bro. Like you said, a lot of people got hidden agendas, and I really learned that shit going to college.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, I really like, I was a real nice kid, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people take that shit for granted. You know what I mean? It's sad, bro, because I feel like both of us gonna go through this. I don't know if you have the same mindset, but like I used to think that like as long as I'm gonna be doing good to people, that they gonna automatically be doing good back.
Yeah, most definitely, but it ain't the case all the time.
Yeah. It's a sad reality, bro. But I mean, that's what these experiences are for, so that they can shape us. And we always got that third eye, that third eye view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah. So you said you've grown up in South Central your whole life, basically, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Is your family from originally from South Central? Because I don't know if I'm not sure if like I noticed you have like a small accent, like the tiniest of accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if I get real too comfortable, hey, you think I'm from Atlanta somewhere or Texas or something, but no, originally like my grandparents, they came out here from my grandma came out here from Mississippi, and then my other grandpa he came out here from Texas. So so they met, and did their thing, and they moved out here, to California. So originally my family is from the South, and they came out here, in California, and then they've been here, since my uncle was born, which is in '56. They moved here in South Central, and that's what it was.
That's cool, man. Hey, what part of Texas was your you said your grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, what part of Texas he from?
This is a little place called, he from Dallas, but he's from this place called Waxahachie, Texas. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's a little cut off, little it's small, so
it's a small town. Yeah, no, that's funny. It's funny you say that. My pops, my pops side of the family, they're all from El Paso.
Oh, okay.
El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, okay.
So my pops was he was born out there, and then he migrated out here to Bell Gardens, and then ended up in Long Beach.
Oh,
that's
how
I got up out here,
the
bro.
beach, the city. Shout out to the city, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to South Central, man.
Oh, yeah.
The crazy thing is, I never understood how big LA was until I went to South Central and I started like exploring the different parts of LA. Like South Central is big as hell.
Yeah, bro. But you got all different entities and stuff like that in different sections. So
Yeah, what I noticed is people are way different out there in South Central from where I am, and then exploring out there. I don't know if you've ever been to East LA.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Dude, it's completely different.
Yeah.
When you hear people say, "Oh yeah, he's from LA," oh he's from LA, but you're from this part of LA.
Yeah.
This part
it's
of LA,
different sections. Yeah. So
it's real crazy, man. Jeez, man. I mean, do you got plans to leave? Like, say if you were to like move anywhere, bro, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, where would you move?
Man, it's a different spots, it's different spots, but I know, like, I was telling my sister, I was talking to her, we had, like, a real heavy conversation and stuff like that, and I was telling her, like, I went to AZ, shout out to AZ, Arizona, the bro, I remember I went out there with the bro one time, cause he used to go, to school out there, he went to GCU, yeah, shout out to GCU, and,
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, but yeah, shout out to them and all that. But every time like I went out there, I ran across some good people, some good solid people, individuals, and that every time I leave the city though, I was telling her like, I just felt like like a weight was just lifted up off of me because just living in the city, you going through all type of stuff. Like, man, it's tragic. Like, if you ain't, you gotta watch your back, bro. Like, out here, it's deadly, bro. Like, man, you gotta stay prayed up out here, bro, because it's crazy out here, bro. Like, man,
Yeah,
it get crazy,
it's
bro.
it's crazy everywhere, bro. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, like coming from someone who lived in Arizona for like a good like 2 years on and
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
There are people out there that be having the hidden agendas too, bro.
yeah, most definitely.
And
Oh, yeah,
every,
I already know.
everywhere they got them, but I totally understand because
Hmm.
that's how you get, that's the first energy you get once you move somewhere first.
Yeah, most
You know what I
definitely.
mean? Yeah, man, bro. But how was GCU, man? And you said that you went out there to GCU. How was the campus?
Oh yeah, it was most definitely cool, cause I didn't make it all the way to a 4 year. I stopped at a JUCO, and
Yeah.
and then that's when I started working and stacking up and going to my plan as an independent artist up and coming. So it's a different path I took. But going out there with the bro, it was a different environment. It damn near like it's like, man, this is what college life is about. And we went in the dorms. Shout out to the homegirls, they let us in the dorms, and we was just kicking it with them. I just seen how everybody, moved and moved different. And my boy out there, Robert, he just graduated from GCU. Shout
Robert
out to
CL.
Robert,
Let's go.
RH3. Yeah. But yeah, I went to out there with the homie Dismiss. He went out there, so I went with him one time, and man, I had a lovely experience. And just college life is different. So you definitely seen how they move, and how everybody got their own little section. And it's like just growing up and being a young adult and taking on your own responsibility. So it's definitely an experience. And I got a little taste of it, because only thing I was really liking out there was Chick-fil-A on campus, so had a little Chick-fil-A out there, but it's
That's
all good.
crazy.
It was good.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, wifey ended up becoming the manager at that Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Shout out to Chick-fil-A then.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. It was crazy because like there was a point where she was coming home late like every night, but every
Mm,
night, bro, she would come home with like
man.
2 chicken sandwiches.
Hook it up. Hook it up,
Oh,
man.
bro, I'm telling you, bro,
Man, you
it was
got the
crazy.
hookup. You was good there. You was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
God bless her heart.
Man, yeah.
It was
Shout
a
out.
stressful job, bro, but man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the GC was nice, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that freshman experience, I only made it to my sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, but you know what I mean? It was a good experience.
Yeah.
I can totally understand where you come from. The energy's different, the people are
Mm-hmm.
different. Everybody's growing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, see, it's just like a sense of, like a, how do you say it? Like people are like in a wandering spot, like they don't know
Mm-hmm.
what they're going. So it's kind of like the spontaneity of it, and everybody's
Yeah.
just kind of just flowing with it.
Yeah. They just
It's
going with the
crazy.
flow. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But you said you went to JUCO, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you play ball at where did you go to JUCO?
Oh, I went to El Camino.
El Camino. Sorry, you just said it before. No, but
No, you good.
how
You good.
how was that experience over there? Like starting over there in JUCO.
Man, it was crazy because man, I was gonna skip out on my first freshman year because I got re-injured. I tore my meniscus in my knee again. Just trying to I had to break them off on the court. And then did a little. I thought I was in N1 and did a little swift move and messed up, hit the splits and boom. You know, the homies had to shout out to the homies. They had to grab me and take me to the car and all that, and it was done. So, you know, I was just thinking, and that was a testimony. Just even that, just getting over that, because people don't know if you wasn't like an athlete. You know, when you get injured, it really affects you because you start doubting yourself for sure, bro. You like, man, like I don't know if I can do this no more or come back from this, especially if having you don't have no guidance that or have nobody around you that had experience to tell you like, man, it's gonna be all right, just keep on, pushing. So I had to really self motivate myself and talk to myself like, man, you got this, like, just believe in yourself. And so after that, getting that self esteem up in me and lifting my own spirits, I just called the coach one night because I told him like, man, I got injured and that was crazy because, they wasn't the only ones calling me. It was, man, JUCOs from all over. Like I was damn near like the number one pick of JUCO. Like I didn't even know. They said like I was on the list for like the top players, because especially coming out from Sarah, doing my thing in Syria, being all league, that's saying something, especially, how, what teams we play,
Yeah.
man, it was big. So then when I went to, going to El Camino, I ran into one of the, homies up there, he played for Syria. He was one of the, seniors. And, I just walked around campus. I visited, the campus, and it just felt like home, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna pick El Camino. And, I called the coach, one night, you know, I was just feeling, that I could do this. And I told him, I was like, before the season started, I think it was like a day before the season started, where everybody was like doing, going, getting checkups and stuff like that. I told him like, yeah, I think I can, do this. He was like, all right, be here tomorrow, and that's when they, got me strapped up and I was in there.
Man, that's crazy, man. Man, like, I kind of regret not trying at least to try and JUCO, but I mean, I went to GCU, they didn't got no football team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, like, that's good, dude. I'm glad that you were able to have that experience. How long did you play over there at Elko?
Well, it took me a minute because I had to, I was fresh, on campus, so I kind of like missed majority of the, special important parts in the summer, just learning plays and getting, in there. So, but I end up like working my way up, fighting through it, fighting all the battles and matter of fact, doing the one-on-ones, I was like, the lead, the hot topic, because they used to like coaches used to come and watch one on ones because of how I was doing them. I ain't gonna try to toot my horn or nothing like that, but I was putting them in the ground. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing my thing. I got highlights still on my phone, so I was handling my business. Oh yeah, I got you, player. I'm gonna shoot you some, check him out, but. Yeah, I was doing my thing, and I end up like, they end up putting me in the game. I did my thing, but a lot of people don't know is when in football, you gotta go to another level. You gotta go to elite level because football, man, is a crazy game.
It's a
So
full contact sport, bro.
yeah. So if you ain't ready, you gonna get it handed to you. And I ain't gonna lie, hey, it was some fast, crazy nights out there. So it get a lot faster. So
yeah, especially on them one-on-ones, bro. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know if people don't know, but we're both linemen. You play, what did you play over there at El Camino?
No, I still play tackle over there.
Okay, you still be talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Usually, for the most part, remember when we used to do those crazy ass Narbonne days?
Yeah. Oh
Where
man.
we come up, where they would come over, but it was no pads, no nothing. It was straight one-on-ones.
Yeah. Crazy.
Each individually. So it was either you losing, or you're gonna put that dude in the ground, man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that, especially at that level in JUCO. But you telling me that you're putting these dudes in the ground like on some shit?
Yeah.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
Yeah. Oh man, I still got like a highlight where, man, like I got one dude and I grabbed him and then I just like just straight, man, just synced him right in there and they was like, oh dang, it was like a dramatic pose, like man, it was like, but it was crazy though. I had fun though. I had fun there. So.
Man, I'm glad you're at home, bro. That's really cool, man. I mean, other than football, what other stuff do you like do to to stay in shape? Because I remember a couple years back, you had lost a shit ton of weight.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
You surprised the fuck out of me, bro.
Hey! I ain't gonna lie. You lost pretty much good weight yourself. I ain't gonna lie. You looking good yourself, man.
I'm trying, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying. Like, you know, I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to just be my healthiest. I want to be able to run with my grandkids. I tell myself every
Amen
day,
to
I
that,
want to be able to
man.
run with my grandkids.
For real. You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, what did you do in that time, bro? I mean, did you change up your diet? Did you increase your cardio? What did you do?
Man, it's a lot, but you know, I did all that for sure. Like anything you name in the book, like you just said, like switch it up and everything. But like I tell everybody that that asks me, because I got like 100 hit ups when I just premiered that video, like me just walking through this door with my mom. Shout out to my mom, she videotaped me, and man, I just got my mental right. It don't start, nothing starts unless it start in your mind. So you thinking you can do it, and that's for sure. So when I got my mental right, and start thinking different, and start handling stuff different, then that's when I just like, stuck to it, and it took a lot of determination and dedication. And matter of fact, I'm on my way back to it. So, I got a lot of work to do. So, but yeah, it started with the mental, bro. Like, just getting my mind right. And, that started from, getting motivating. Cause like, I remember I went to this party, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I went to this party, and it was like a going away party for the homie. And I walked up in there, I'm thinking I'm like lit and all that, just the man and all that. And then like when I was leaving, bro, like this female was like, oh, because everybody know, my name, bro. It's Alonzo, bro. So that's not that hard. So I'm a cool dude and all that, but she like kind of like messed my name up on purpose. I'm like, oh, what the? She kind of dissed me. I'm like, oh, okay. So then, like in my head, like damn, bro, like man, that's crazy. Like that ain't never happened to me, and that like just took me down a notch. And that like just was something in my life to where it's like, man, one day she ain't gonna never like mess up my name, because she gonna know for sure, who I am. So I took that mindset, and just went hard with it, and I just like alienated myself, and I just isolated myself and dipped off for a whole year, like a whole year, like damn near, like it was like 6 months, but it felt like a year, so I was just stacking my bread up, was working at the same time, stacking my bread up, man, and just working out every day, just eating right, getting fit, staying healthy, and working out. And man, when the summer came, man, it was on.
It was on.
It was on.
And that's crazy, bro. And that's the cool thing about losing weight. A lot of people don't understand this, but
Mm-hmm.
like losing weight and getting right, with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you doing a deed to your body, but you're doing a deed to your mind and your self confidence.
Mm-hmm.
No, and a lot of people just need that. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people that are just straight up depressed, maybe just because they got other things going on in life. But I honestly have found like being healthy and just having a clean mindset but also a clean body, that shit just helps out so much, bro.
It's the best combination in the world,
Yeah. And it's the craziest thing, Other than that, bro, you seem to be active all the damn time. Mm-hmm. The other day, what was it? Yeah, last night you came back from skateboarding.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. It was crazy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You look like you was gonna bust your ass.
Hey, I did a couple times. I gotta earn my stripes. That's what come with it. That's what come with it. So it was
I would have busted my ass the first time I would have got into that skate park.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I always wanted to learn how to skate, but just being a youngin' and all that, I was just like, whatever, and just shooting the ball, just playing sports, and I ain't never got into it or around to it. But my nephews got one for Christmas, and I just decided to get one. It was like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just learn with them. I'm just gonna skate with them because I don't want them to say, if I don't learn, he's like, wow, we're going to leave this old man, he don't even know how to skate. So I'm like, man, I'm going to be right out there with him, learning with him. So, that's what motivated me to learn how to finally skate. So,
That's good, bro. You looking like a young Lil Wayne out there trying to with your shrunk fit out there, trying to skate and shit.
Yeah. I was, matter of fact, yeah, for sure. And that was like my little Tar Life little shorts, so that's a little clothing brand I started, for sure. But I'm definitely like, trying to really scrape and for sure with my nephews, and then like just putting on, especially like trying to get good, cause that could add to, my character, just, learning how to skate. Even like when I was learning how to skate or doing like, the beginning stages, like I put that on the snap just to show, man, you can do anything. You ain't gotta follow no wave or nothing like that. And then I got hit up from the bro. He was like, man, I always wanted to learn how to skate too, bro. I was like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, skating is definitely fun, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hitting a kickflip, or not a kickflip, an ollie.
Man, that's what I was trying to do last night. I almost bust
I
my.
was watching you. You got the formation down.
Yeah. So
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I looked up a video, shout out to the legend Tony Hawk, you know what I mean? Trying to learn from, I'm out there trying to be Tony Hawk myself. So, I'm trying to learn, but it's gonna come with time, anything you put in life, you come with time. So, gotta put your all into it.
Hey, did you ever spend time on any Tony Hawk games as a youngin'?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, for sure. The underground Tony Hawk skating games. Yeah,
I don't know if you remember, there was a game. I don't know if a lot of people had it, but it's called American Wasteland.
Oh, okay.
It was this one where like you get to basically at the end you find like a hidden skate park, but you get to create your own skate park. It's like the coolest shit.
Yeah, okay.
I had it back on the GameCube, man.
Oh,
that's one of the things that propelled me to like skateboard. I wasn't the best at it, but at maybe from like 7 or 8, you would catch me. Just outside, just going around the block because there ain't nothing else to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, it's good. It's good that you're getting out your comfort zone, especially with your nephews, and you know what I'm saying. It's real cool seeing that, bro. Not a lot of older folks like myself. I mean, I don't have nephews or nothing, but I'm not as close to my younger cousins like that, and I don't have the younger cousins like that. So it's really cool for you to be like a cool ass role model, and to, for someone to look up to, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, just like I said earlier, man, you gotta reach one, teach one, and put everything you got into the youth. Cause, like I said, I just said, just thinking in my mind, bro, it's like, man, like I'm trying to raise them to be better than me, better than I was, and if you ain't trying to do that with the youth, bro, and trying to make them better than you, then you cheating them for sure. You cheating them and you cheating yourself. So, I'm just trying to, game them up, teach them right from wrong, and lead by example for sure. Cause, they definitely look up to me. I'm gonna give you an example too. It's like, when I was working out one day and I carried the gallon, obviously, about the gallon of water, you got to drink that constantly.
Yeah.
So, I was drinking a gallon of water. Hey, they got it on deck. You ready? Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Yeah. But yeah, I was drinking a gallon of water. Then my nephew came up, right behind me and was drinking it. He got his gallon. He filled his water bottle up. So I looked at him like, okay. So, just learning by that, definitely the youth is looking at you. And another example too is, I'm gonna give it to you real and uncut. Like, he seen me going out, my little nephew, he seen me going out to a party, and he seen me like with the Bel Air bottle, and he was like, oh, okay then, like, what is that? And then, like, he came, I seen him coming through the door with the apple cider. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So, definitely, the youth is always looking and watching you. So if it ain't what you say, it's what you do. So you definitely got to watch what you do around them. So,
yeah, that's most definitely, that's true, man.
Yeah.
I got a young one, like the oldest right now. I feel like, the past couple of years, he's been watching everything I've been doing. Because of that, I honestly, like, I haven't had the best few years, the past best few years. So like right now, I'm really trying to, like, formate myself into like a better example, so that whatever the younger ones, I got like I don't even know how many little brothers I have. I have like 4 brothers or 5 brothers.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
One little sister.
Yeah.
But they're our future. Like I feel like whatever I can do and whatever I can show them, they could be better examples of me.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want them to do better, and it's good that you're taking that initiative, and you got that in mind that they watch every move. It's not just about what you tell them; it's about what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. So you gotta
I hope
watch your step, you know, for
yeah.
sure.
And that's cool. I mean, I could totally see them in the future with their young ones, or whoever comes along in life, and they're gonna be doing the same thing, all because you got someone like you in their life, bro.
Yeah, for sure. So I try to tell them, whatever, I'm trying to, I was talking to him earlier too. We was trying to get the, group chat going and stuff like that, so we can keep in contact, but yeah, they my boys, I see them as like, not just only nephews, but little brothers. So, so I love them to death for sure.
Y'all be sending memes and like Instagram little shits in there. What y'all be having in them group chats?
Well, we ain't started now because that somebody that messed the group chat up and somebody got left out. But that's funny. I mean, you said that about memes because my little nephew, shout out to Demar, he got like a little meme page he was doing on Instagram, and I told him, man, if you keep doing that, bro, you gonna get paid for that, bro, because especially if you growing your following, bro, and you good at that, bro, man, they gonna start paying you, and especially like little like up and coming rappers, they need promotion and everybody need marketing for sure.
Yes,
So he got like a little shout out to his little bro, and I told him like, cause I ain't got Instagram up, right now. I'm just like waiting on, my come up, a little, got a little, stack my stuff up and stuff like that, building myself up to where I can like relaunch and reinvent myself and get back on IG. But I told him, I was like, hey, your uncle gonna need a shout out when I get back on there, bro. So, he got me. So, yeah, but yeah, that's what it is.
bro. And that's good, bro. You got love, bro. So you definitely gonna go ahead and throw him a log once the time comes, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely,
And
most definitely.
what you call it? Speaking of like pages, Instagram pages. You got your Instagram page called Hit Media, right?
Yeah, shout out to him media, yeah.
All right, man. Give myself a shout out, bro. Get your little tag.
Oh yeah. It's him media, for sure. Cause like I don't know if you was noticing, but last year, in November, that's when I started like really getting on IG real heavy.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, like for a minute I didn't trust social media. It was just a thing about social media. It was just too much in your business. I don't like all that. I'm very like a little private little person. I don't really be doing too much, but that's a tool that everybody needs to is to be like a personnel or just have an effect on social media to like, cause that's the new age now. You gotta be with the age. And so like, I just like hopped on there one day. It was like, man, I wasn't even ready for that. But I was like, so what, bro? Like, I'm not Mr. Perfect and I'm not trying to be perfect. So I'm not ready for, this, but I'm gonna get on here and just, just be myself and give them Alonzo, so that's what I did. And I just started posting everything, day by day. I started like making up like little days, like motivational Monday, real Tuesdays, where I'll shoot like real, talk about real things, and then workout Wednesdays, I'll show me working out, and then like throwback Thursdays, I shoot like like a throwback of me and myself or my nephews or something, that was, that just remind you of how you grew up, when you was young. And then like what I do, oh, Good Vibe Fridays, so I
Okay.
like, try to like post something, that just keep you in a good mind frame, and lift your spirits up on Good Vibe Friday. And then so I started doing that, and I started like seeing like I started getting followed, and then like people start liking it. And then I'm sorry, oh, okay, so I got some here. I'm giving some to people that relate to, and then they like. And I started getting my followers up and all that. So then I took that approach with it, and then I said that, man, I'm gonna start fresh for 2021. So I just wiped everything out, and then I was like, man, I don't even want to leave like all the people that really like need that, because that just was like something to me too. It's like I try to give like people motivation and inspiration, and that's a big thing. That can be a big thing to anybody. Just give a little bit, just 1%. You don't know who need it or what they going through, but if you can make they better, then that'll be great for them. And that's what him media is all about. It's happiness for the H, and I for inspiration, and M for motivation. And we on the media, so him media, and I don't know if you know this, but and that's a LA term. If you him, you the one. So yeah. So that's a little little slang. I just flipped it to make sure to make it inspirational. So that's what I did. So.
That's good, bro. And like, especially when now, in the age that we are in we're like in the social media era, and a lot of people are attached to their phones. So a majority of their day is going to be on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you made it a point to where you want to be able to give a little bit of gasoline to some happiness.
Yeah, most definitely.
And especially right now, it's not the best time.
Oh,
it's not the best time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy times right now, man. I mean, just look at the Capitol building the other day. You'd think they had the last, PS5s up in there, the way they was running up in there. You think it was Black Friday or something, man. I started to run up in there. Yeah, well, but yeah, it was crazy times though we live in. But just like I think Rick Ross said it, or DJ Khaled said it. You got to see the worst times before you see the best times. So I think that's what we're going through as a people. And 2020 was a crazy experience, but it was a learning experience. Because a lot of people had to sit it down. And restart and stay in the house. And so that just took a big setback for everybody. And hopefully in 2021 it's a promising year for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, obviously good things are always to come. God willingly, of course.
Most definitely.
But we can only control what we can, and obviously you're doing your part. You're trying to control as much as you can. You what you got to do. That's good for you, bro. I really appreciate you, man. For that shit. So him media HIM.MEDIA. That's gonna be him on Instagram. But yeah, bro. I mean, talking about 2020, man. Jeez. I don't want to get too personal, but what other lessons kind of has 2020 brought you, bro?
Man, it was a lot of lessons, bro. I was just, I think I posted one thing, cause I seen like a lot of stuff happen, in 2020. We lost a good, we lost one of the classmates. Well, lost one classmate, Lafayette, and rest in peace, Lafayette. And I lost a close friend that I grew up with, in 2020, and I lost my uncle. So it was like, man, just a lot of people getting like, man, just a lot of souls and a lot of people, just leaving here. And one thing I just like was posting one day. I was like, man, just spend time as much as you can with the people that care about you and that love you for real. And especially like with your family, like you got to be like, if you hadn't gotten to it with them or a fight or something like that, please make it up and kiss them, and just love them, and give them their flowers while they're here. And that's just a big part of that. Just 2020 is just appreciating people that really love you and that surrounded you, friends and family.
That's crazy you say that, man. Like once I heard about Lafayette and another bro that passed away this past year that went to Sarah. He was like a younger dude than us.
Okay.
I can't recall his name. I apologize.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kellen Thompson too. KT. Yeah. He was cause damn, that's crazy. Cause we me and the bro we had went to middle school with him. He went to St. Eugene. Right before he touched Sarah. A lot of people don't know that. So I really got a real pass with him and stuff like that. So just growing up, seeing him in middle school, he was a beast then. And so just seeing him coming through Sarah, I already know he was going to do work. And that's what he did for sure. So, man, and then he was just a bright soul, as a self too. Like, he always had a great smile on his face and good spirit. So, man, just losing people like that, man, is just, man, crazy. And, man, it's just crazy.
But I mean, seeing that, especially how young they were, bro, and it just kind of, it made me think like, dude, like, that could have been anyone, that could have been you, it could have been me.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I feel like that just opened up just opened up some doors to things that I didn't even recognize, like my family. Like you said, spend time with your loved ones. Because, life is real short, man. And I think I could speak for everyone on this one. Like, this year really brought a lot of lessons, and I feel like it brought everybody closer together. If anything,
yeah, for sure. And that's crazy. Like how you said, like that could have been me too. Cause man, it was some times too where it was close calls. Like in 2020, bro. Like man, growing up in the city, man, you already know what come with that. So especially out there in Long Beach. So man, it's a couple times where it was some close calls, but that's why, I just gotta stay prayed up, and I ask God, just to watch over me and keep me safe, bro. So yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Especially where we live at, especially where you live at. I mean, I didn't really grow up too much on the bad sides of Long Beach like that.
Okay.
God will. I mean, not God willingly, but I was lucky enough not to have gone through so many situations like that, bro. But man, I mean, I like seeing. I worked for Amazon, and I worked out there in South Central, like on Figueroa Street. Between Manchester and Gage.
Yeah,
it was just, man, I felt like I was in a different world, man.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how it could be at night, and man, it just life is precious, bro.
Yeah.
It just it just really opens your eyes and just it really makes you appreciate the shit that you got, And it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and that's crazy how you mentioned it because I work out in Compton, so at this warehouse, and just going to work, because like my big cousin, he was just telling me like at my uncle's funeral, he was like, man, just watch it out there because Compton, pray for the city, hub city, pray for Compton, it's hot right now and it's hot everywhere. So, but, just driving to work, seeing yellow tape, getting, streets getting taped off, bro. It's real serious and crazy out there. That's why, you just gotta stay prayed up, like I said, though. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Compton, though. Shout out to Compton, shout out to South Central.
Yeah, all
that, man. But either way, man, it's really good that we was able to have this year. It's everything. I feel like everything from here on out is just going to be blessings. This year was able to humble a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of people are back on their grinds and shit. Like you doing your shit with your Instagram page. You working out. You close. I mean, it looks like you closer with your nephews and such.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's good, man.
Cause but just like you said, just getting closer, like cause growing up, when you get the age 12 and 13, you start feeling yourself. So we kind of like got to like a little staticky place and all that, and I was just telling my uncles like, man, like what's wrong with them, like, cause like they was raised differently, cause like with their grandma, so that they always like they kind of like in a way spoiled like I was, but I grew out of that, and so but they kind of like was missing it, so we was always not getting into it, but just how they start feeling themselves, and you gotta start checking them and telling them like, bro, like you can't do all that, you gotta calm that down, and but I was able to like rekindle and get closer to him, cause like I was telling my uncle like, man, like what's going on? So like I just felt like disrespected one day. They didn't even speak like when they left one time. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on with them? Like, damn, they acting like they get goody two shoes. So then he was like, man, you just gotta keep on them. And then I just decided to, instead of like just taking that as like a disrespect, like, oh no, they ain't messing with me. I just decided to, just get on them and just love them even more, and stay on them. And that's what I did. And, just break through that barrier, and, now we're here now is in a great position, so it's all love though at the end of the day. You can't give up on your family, so that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro, I mean, everything you're doing right now, man, you're setting yourself up to be a father in the future, man. That's the beauty of it.
But
bro.
Not too soon, though. We still got ways to go, Shout out to all single dads and single moms out there and good families and all that. But you won't want to rush that.
No, it's definitely, you
Yeah,
gotta be prepared before you doing
yeah,
all
most
that. I
definitely.
totally understand, bro.
Gotta stay safe out there and strap it up. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, put it. Rapper Jimmy,
Yeah, yeah.
don't be. I forgot how the saying goes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, man.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but like I said, bro. I mean, like I said, everything that you're doing right now, you just setting yourself for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're gonna have kids right now or later
Mm-hmm.
on, I feel like your kids is gonna have a good father, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
I
yeah.
can personally say that shit right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, cause like I didn't really have my dad like that in my life, because like unfortunately my dad had passed away when I was like in sixth grade. But when the times I did like have with him, I cherished him, and I always like remember what he said. He just told me one time like, man, I just want you to be great, and just listen to that as a little kid. Like I didn't know at the time, like like how important that was. But as I grown up and started thinking about it, day by day, and I was like, man, that's just really something. Like, that he just said that to me, and now, like, I'm on pursuit, just like trying to chase that and be great every day. So that's what it is.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just doing what you can, bro. And I mean, that's good that he said that shit. Being great. That's something
Hmm.
my pops used to always tell me.
Yeah.
Before like dropping me off at school. Fortunately, I got a really good relationship with my pops.
Hmm.
He was
That's
he was
good.
he was a dude that stayed on my ass. Through football, through school.
Hmm.
But there was always that one thing that he used to say right before dropping me off. Just, hey, be great,
Yeah.
be great. He
Yeah.
used to always say that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, those little things, bro, they got a significant impact, bro. They
Hmm.
just they push you, they make you want to do better.
Yeah. And that's
Even though it might be, I gotta, even though it's like I gotta do good because I don't want to worry about my pause, no, but it's
yeah.
like you just want to be great, just in general. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. So you definitely want to be great, just for your family and having that name behind you. So you definitely
Yeah,
want to put your good foot forward. So
yeah, bro.
mhm.
Yeah, man. You gotta take pride in your last name.
Yeah,
Whatever
most
name it is,
definitely.
you gotta make it great.
Yeah, most definitely. But I just want to say too, like, cause like, just like saying like how you like lose people, I lost my dad in the sixth grade and I know like, growing up, as a black man, you don't always, and, the brown, side too, you don't always have your, dad, as a minority, just,
Yeah,
both sides, both races,
yeah,
so that's just one thing too, is like, we don't have a lot of father figures as well. So, if you can like, just saying like, if you can like, if you having like a bad time, just speaking to, fellow, man, just to rekindle or try to like, see if you can, try to build a relationship with your father, or just like just find a mentor, just a father figure in your life to where you can just follow up, just follow him and help you, get guidance, because every man, in life, needs, guidance from another man, just to, get taught. And that's what one thing was my uncle was. He was that mentor, and I have two uncles, you know. Fortunately, God blessed me with two. So two father figures in my life, kept me on the right path, put me in sports and kept me out the streets. And, I'm doing, good. I don't want to say that I'm doing the best right now, because, this is not the end for me. This is not, this is not where I want to be, but, I'm on the path to where I want to be. And,
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah, bro. You're aware of your potential, but you
Yeah,
are humble where you are right now.
most definitely, most definitely. So,
That's good, bro. I mean, that's you got the best intentions, bro. You
yeah.
got making sure that your young ones is good. You making sure that they are. You're making sure that you're leading in a good example for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
Obviously, you motivating other people doing what you got to do.
Hmm.
I mean, you say that you're not where you want to be right now. I mean, where
Yeah.
is it that you want to be?
Man, I just want to be in a position to, make sure that, my family good. They ain't got to worry about nothing else. Obviously myself, and just handling good business and whatever endeavor, like in whatever I put into, like as far as myself, which is music. That's number one. That's always gonna be number one. But I got many challenges. Like I was telling my mom, She was telling me like, oh, you know, you're a good worker on the job and all that. But you know, that's not where I see myself. You know, down the line. You know, I see myself doing many of things because I told her like, you know, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do with anything. All you gotta do is show me. I'm doing it. You know, and I'm doing it to the best, and I'm doing it my way. And I'm just gonna do my thing regardless. But yeah, so
That's good, bro. Well, I'm glad that you seeing more for yourself and you're doing the right thing and you understand that this is not where you want to be. It's always good to want more for yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody should always want more for themselves. You know, I see too many people comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
hmm and then
Yeah.
that's crazy. I don't mean to cut you off, but just to finish that last note too, I was telling my uncle too is like anything I really do is like, you know, as far as like everybody want the money and the fame and stuff like that. But I just want to be in a position where I can help people and change people's lives for the better. You know, so when I leave this world, you know, I just want to be known from that, you know, just helping people and just making, you know, people's lives better and so they can do for their family like I want to do for mine. So, you know, for sure.
No, that's good, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's amazing to hear, man.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, bro, it's crazy to know that after all these years, we're able to still, come back to terms. And you've grown, bro. You've
Yeah.
grown mentally.
Thank you.
You've grown as a man. I can see it, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
And seeing your journey. I mean, I'm not one to just lurk like that, but you were someone that I was really close to. So
Hmm.
I'm in the back of my mind. I'm always like, hey, what's my man's doing? What's my
Yeah,
man's doing?
yeah. Just check up and drop in.
Just
You already
yeah,
know it ain't nothing like that. You know, you just wanna. I do the same thing because like shout out to like all the Libras and the horoscopes out there. You know, I started getting into that. You know, at 2022. I mean 2020 as well. You know, just looking at horoscopes and stuff like that. And you know, one thing is about like Libras, they might not like say too much like right off the top. So, but they always, want to see what's going on and be a little nosy and check on people. So I always like check on like, former classmates or things like that. People I used to like grow up with or stuff like that and check on to see what they doing. And, if they got something going like a clothing line or something what they doing, like I'll put them up on my IG, shout them out, even if I might not, buy like something like that, I just at least I can do is just give them a shout out, or drop a link and plug them real quick and represent them, and that's what I try to do is like I try to help as many ways as I can because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I can't do like support them, but I can support them in other ways. If I don't buy a shirt or nothing like that, I support them, just put they shit up on my IG,
yeah.
and show that.
And anyone listening, I kind of want to speak to everybody listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you know somebody like you got a homie that has a clothing line,
Mm-hmm.
someone that has like a little service, somebody that's
Mm-hmm.
doing nails,
Yeah,
someone that
yeah.
does eyelashes,
Mm-hmm.
anything, it is free
Man,
to put them on.
man,
It is free.
support the
It's
cause.
free to comment. It's free to support, bro.
Yeah, cause like that's crazy. Cause like Black Friday, I did like a little something too. Like I did like a whole collage. It was like 10. Like I just like went around like IG and collected like 10 like pieces of like all the homegirls and the homies that was doing like nails or hair or anything. Like they was doing clothing line. Or I even shout out homies that was doing music. So I just put them out, and just gave them the platform and posted them and saying like, man, support good people, and it was like at least 10 it was a lot of people that I shouted out on Black Friday, some, said, good looking and some didn't say nothing, but, I don't do it for the, what I can get back, I just do it out of the kindness of my heart because that's the person that I am. I'm a solid individual. If you got me on your side, I'm riding with you all the way till the wheels fall off. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's love, bro, and that's good, bro. You gotta give love to get love, and
Yeah.
obviously, bro, you doing that to so many people, bro. I'm pretty sure that there's so many people that got so much love for you, bro, and
Yeah.
I feel that wherever you do go in the future, you're gonna have a big support system, and you're gonna have all the love that you need, bro. Because that's all you've been throwing out, and you're gonna get that right back, bro.
Yeah, whatever you put out to the universe, it shall come back to you. So, I said that too in one of my posts, last year. Whatever you put out to the universe, it's gonna come back. So if you put out positivity, it's gonna come back to you. And if you put out negative, man, just look over your shoulder because it's definitely coming back.
For sure, bro. For sure. Well, bro, hey, I want to go ahead and wrap this up, but bro, hey, honestly, dog, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a real pleasure, G. I mean, I've really enjoyed this conversation. It's crazy to really speak to someone like so positive and to someone that even though they've had bad experiences, you've had experiences like with toxic relationships. I'm pretty sure there've been times where you just had like maybe a small phase of like maybe depression or whatever, but somehow you've been able to, somehow you've been able to get through that and manage to turn that into something positive as your him media page, bro. Just it's real cool to have someone like you, especially in my life personally, but for other people to have in theirs, bro. So again, bro, just love. I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and just to before we like wrap it up, I just want to speak on that the depression side too. Like, I face depression and anxiety and all that, but you got to give glory to God and big ups to God. But I also got to shout out to the homies. When I was like really like depressed, and stuff like that, the homies grabbed me. He was like, man, bro, like, man, what you doing, bro? And I was like, man, shit, nothing. I was like really down. And then he was like, man, forget it, man. Let's go to Arizona, bro. Shout out to Dismiss, the homie. That's my brother for life. So we grew up, from middle school and we went out to Arizona and went up and that just brought me back to life, cause, sometimes like when you going through stuff like that, depression at the low point, you kind of like quiet about it. You not telling people like what you going through because you trying to keep an image of you like Mr. You Mr. This or you her or you think you like you tough, but man, you would be surprised what people going through behind closed doors. And I just gotta give out shout out to all my friends, the homies and the homegirls, for keeping me up in spirits, whatever I was going through and that's what it is,
That's a beautiful thing that you say that, bro. Like a lot of people aren't willing to reach out for that help.
Yeah,
because people feel like they're the only ones going through that kind of thing. But in reality, bro, everybody goes through.
Yeah, everybody goes through something.
Everybody needs to talk to somebody about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good that you have that friend to be able to lift you back up and take you to Arizona and kind of flip that script on you.
And turn me back up. And we started something called the 2 Liter Boys. So. And one of us at your party, we gonna definitely turn it up, So, shout out to the 2 liters,
All right, bro. All right, before we wrap this up, bro, is there anything like any last things you want to say before we hop off this?
Man, I just want to give a special shout out to my boy Daniel. Shout out to him. Put me on Pine and Danny. Podcast. Definitely that's a good look for me. And it's been a pleasure. Having me and just asking me to do this because a lot of people whatever they got going, they might wait too late or might not even ask just at all. So I just want to thank you, and give a big shout out to you and it's all love. And whenever you whatever you need, bro, just hit me. You already know it's family all day. So if you need me back on here, talk just about anything, I'm welcome at any time. So
that's mandatory, bro. We just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm doing, bro. We just
hey, and just like I told with bro in the studio one time, it's like, bro, we upcoming artists and stuff like that, but ain't nobody got no Grammys, ain't nobody got no songs on the radio, so we ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Ain't nobody really looking, but we just gotta be shooting in the gym and definitely keep going with this, bro, cause man, it's definitely you definitely started something big, definitely. So make sure you keep on your hustle.
I want to highlight the people, the most interesting, the best people I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to spread that positivity. I just want everything to be fine and dandy.
Hey, and it's fine and dandy over this side, You know, so I just want to thank you for inviting me on here. You
No,
know,
man. Thank you for taking the time out your day, bro. I really
yeah,
appreciate that, bro.
all right, thank
All
you,
right, bro.
bro.
You have a good one, all right, bro?
Hey, you too, and God bless, bro.